How's it going, everybody? Turn up volume here. 3 videos in a row here. I just got behind and now I want to get ahead. It's Monday, but we're going to do Tuesdays. So they cut off the anchors and left them in the sea, and they lowered the rudders, raised the foresail, and headed toward the shore. But they hit a shoal. It's in the New Living. I don't know what that is. And ran the ship aground way too early. The bow of the ship stuck fast while the stern was repeatedly smashed by the force of the waves and began to break apart. The soldiers wanted to kill the prisoners to make sure they didn't swim ashore and escape. Guess some of them look like fast swimmers. But the commanding officer wanted to spare Paul, so he didn't let them carry out their idea. Then he ordered all who could swim to jump overboard first to make land. The others held onto the planks for the debris from the broken ship, so everyone escaped safely to the shore. So Paul's prophecy that nobody's going to get hurt, standing true. Once we were all safe on shore, we learned that we were on an island of Malta. The people of the island were very kind to us. It was cold and rainy, so they built a fire on the shore to welcome us. As Paul gathered an arm, I think this is when he's about to get bit by the snake. As Paul gathered an armful of sticks and was laying on them on the fire, as Paul gathered an armful of sticks and was laying them on the fire, yeah, I can read, a poisonous snake driven out by the heat bit him on the hand. Woo. Let's continue on in Revelation 11, and we do get into Revelation 12. And the 24 elders which sat before God on their seats fell upon their faces and worshiped God, saying, We give thanks thee, O Lord, O God Almighty, which art and was and is to come, because thou hast taken to thee thy great power and has reigned. So 11 goes again all the way through the great tribulation, the persecution of the church, and then God's wrath and the removal of the church, and how God's receiving glory, just like it does later on in Revelation. And if it hasn't said every bit of this again already, it's the same story told over and over in different ways, because it's Paul's vision as he is seeing it in real time for him. So he's jotting it down. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged. So good grief, you're all the way at judgment. And thou shouldest give reward unto your servants, the prophets, and to the saints. So the prophets are the kings. We are all kings and priests. No, not necessarily. The prophets and the saints. Yeah, I think that's what kings and priests are. I think the kings are the prophets and the saints are the priests. We're all kings and priests. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. And them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. And the temple of God was open in heaven, and there was seen in his temple the ark of his testament, and there were lightnings and voices and thunderings and an earthquake and great hail. Chapter 12 of Revelation, there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and a moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she, being with child, cried, travailing in birth, and pain to be delivered. It's the birth of Jesus. It will then morph into the church. It's a very complex story that we will continue tomorrow. And let's finish the last verse. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon. Of course, it's Satan, having 7 heads and 10 horns. So that's the whole beast system. So it's Satan along with the entire beast system. Again, so much of this is figurative speech. It's abstract speech, figurative language. 7 hands and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his head. So it's Satan representing all of Mystery Babylon and the kingdoms and so forth. I'm glad you're here. Love you very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what I'm here for.